before we get into the reviews and what also was one of the greatest SmackDowns, if not the greatest SmackDown of all time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk quickly about some of the shit I've been watching, bro. So first and foremost, I'm watching this show called Heels. I just finished it, season 2. It's Stephen Amell show. It's on Crave in Canada. I think Starz in America, or is that a streaming service? Starz or like HBO or Max or some shit. It's on over there. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we got Crave over
I don't.
here. It's Stephen Amell show. It's a wrestling show, and it's about these two brothers, Ace Spade and Jack Spade, and their dad shot himself. He committed suicide and left them behind this wrestling league. And the brother, the older brother, Stephen Amell, he's, your more conservative, but he's a worker, and he was in the business. And he wasn't as naturally gifted as his brother athletically, but he knows how to wrestle, and he's a good heel, and he works the gimmick even but he also has a job as like an auto mechanic, and he runs the Duffy, the DWL, the Duffy Wrestling League, and they're in Duffy, Georgia. And his brother Ace is a kid who's like extremely athletically gifted, and his dad catered to him and loved him. And so Ace was supposed to go to college and become he kind of peaked in high school type of shit. He was going to be this big football player and shit. And he didn't, but now he's into wrestling, and he didn't really love wrestling, but now he does. And it's a story about these two brothers, like trying to keep this fucking shitty fucking indie territory alive in Duffy while staying true to storylines and staying true to like, no, this is wrestling. And meanwhile, just working with the drama of their family, the shady business their dad was doing to finance the league that now the sons are dealing with, their drama, people shooting on each other in the ring, being able to barely keep the lights on, getting a gig at the big fair, and managing, the stress of focusing on wrestling all the time when you have a wife, a gorgeous wife. Whoever plays his wife in that show, Stephen Amell's wife in that show, she is a fine piece of woman. I forget her name,
She's
Karen
hot.
or some shit. She is
You're saying she's hot?
she's a gorgeous, beautiful woman. Yes, not even just like, oh, she's hot, she's sexy. She's fucking she's just a gorgeous woman. It's hard to explain, she's real beautiful, stunning.
Is she flexible? That's what I need to know.
I don't know. If she was, I'm sure Miro would have scooped her. But anyways, so they're like a nice, sort of conservative Christian, God-fearing family, and they blame they don't get along with their mother because she was like, oh, this wrestling shit. Like the wrestling shit just reminds her of their father, and she was an abusive mother, and then the father shot himself, so they're just struggling. And then it's about this girl. There's all these interesting characters, like this girl Crystal. She wants to get into wrestling. She loves wrestling, but they're like, no, you're a valet. And then she ends up becoming a really good worker. And then at the same time, there's this other federation called Dystopian Future Wrestling, DFW or some shit. And they are like the hardcore Vince Russo. Like they're like AEW. They're like the hotshot millionaire throwing money around. They're like big online and stuff. And then they start competing in season 2. They do an invasion angle. And I just wanted to shout out this show and talk about it a little bit, and without giving too much spoilers or anything. But man, it's just a brilliant show, a great drama. It's got action. It's got tremendous acting. All the characters, you care about them. There's this guy named Wild Bill who used to wrestle with Jack and Ace Spade's father, right? And he made it to the WWE, and Jack never made it to the WWE, right? And Wild Bill's like a combo of Ric Flair, Jim Cornette, and Jake the Snake Roberts. And he even starts his own podcast. And so I'm popping for it all. I'm like, dude, I love wrestling. I love podcasts. I love podcasting. This is hitting on all cylinders. It's a great show, guys. Just go check it out. This isn't a paid fucking plug. It's just that season 2 just ended, and I don't talk about it or review it on the show because Hairline ain't watching it, and I just don't want to take it. Like I could go in so deep on this show every week, marking out over every episode. but I urge you guys to go watch it so we get a season 3. And I'm telling you guys, like Nick Aldis shows up, Jordan Grace is there, CM Punk's there, AJ Lee's in the show. AJ Lee was in this season finale as well as El Dorado, and Punk in the show. I don't know, man. It's really good stuff, and I implore you to go check it out. I don't know if you can get a free membership. I don't know if you can just go stream that shit. Even I'm not telling you to do anything illegal, but
I am a firm believer in support things you enjoy and love. So if you do enjoy this shit, maybe you go subscribe to that
yeah,
channel,
yeah,
or
just
streaming
definitely,
service.
yeah, check it out. And Stephen Amell Hairline. So he worked with Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. He worked against Neville, the AEW homegrown Neville, aka Fox.
Yep.
They worked at
I
SummerSlam,
saw
the AEW original
Gravity.
Neville. Yeah. So Stephen Amell worked with Cody and did that. And he also worked in AEW with Cody, I believe, as well. So they're friends. Stephen Amell's also friends with Punk. So I'm just shout out that show and check it out, man. It might get over with you guys.